Hey guys, this is Spark Plus Ultra here, and this is my part 2 on what if Deku had Indoraptor abilities. Crazy is just a game to me! And I hope you like this video. Before Shigaraki and all of the League of Villains get in the teleport, Suki blocks them for a second and says, "Don't forget our deal, Shigaraki." And Shigaraki says, "Right, you get Katsuki Bakugo here without us, then you can eliminate 3 of the members." And all of the other League of Villains say, "What?" And Dabi says, "Hey, I wasn't even mentioned about that." And Toga says, "Wait, seriously? I wanted to stab someone for a while. Come on!" And Suki looks at them. "Relax. Don't vote. You guys. Magnet guy, and Magician guy are safe. It's just, I'm looking at those 2. And Suki points at mustard gas and the mouth open crazed lunatic with the metal quirk teeth. And mustard gas says, "What are you talking about?" And Suki says, "I look at you over 1 millisecond, and you're not useful to any of us." And mustard gas says, "How so?" with a very uneased voice. "Your quirk, even without notice, I knew that your quirk cannot function well. Sure, it can be like a near typhoon, but it's slow and it's unreliable. And seeing the other one, and his quirk is too stupid. I can even predict his movements. And do you really think anything could break a hard enough skin like hardening quirk or anything else?" And Shigaraki says, "I see your point, but what about the 3rd? That's easy." Suki smiles. "I'll take care of him." And Suki goes after Muscular. And Shigaraki says, "Alright, you 2 are out." And Mustard Cast says, "Wait, if I can kill that guy, will you get me back?" Shigaraki says, "Go ahead and try. Fair warning, he won't make it easy on you." And Suki goes into the forest and smells him. Where's that stupid Muscular? I need to take him out. And then he caught his scent. Up there. Seriously? He may be strong and tough, but his lack of thinking is so easy. And then Muscular sees Kota, and Kota was afraid and says, You're the one that killed?" And Muscular says, "Sorry, kid, but the weak die." And was gonna kill Kota, but he reaches his hand and tries to crush him, but he was caught with 1 blood drain of his face. And Muscular says, "Hey, I thought we were on the same team, Indo." And Suki says, "You think I was really on the same level on you? Oh, that's hilarious." And Muscular says, "Did you catch that Bakugo kid?" "Yes, it took me a few minutes." "Then why don't you let me finish this?" And Suki looks at him. "You really don't know what this is. You're out of the gang." And Muscular cracks his fist and pissed off. "What?" And Suki says, "You lack intelligence. I can figure it out just by looking at you. You're an idiot. You don't even know what to do when somebody who knows your weaknesses and you're a one-track pony. So that's why I'm kicking you out. And Muscular gets at a smirk. You know, I always thought you were annoying. This proves it! And throws a rock at Suku. And Suku dodges. Seriously? Did you really think I couldn't? And Muscular goes for a punch. And Suku says, your speed is impressive, but you're not fast as me. And dodging at the close range. And Muscular punching the mountain that he was going to hit Suku. Well, I'll see how you can handle this! And jumps up in the air. And Suku says, he really doesn't get it. He's useless. And Suku's claws sharpen up and gets his jaw ready. But he is annoying, so I'll just kick his ass. And when he does that, a bullet fires at him from mustard gas. And Suku felt the shock of the bullet. And the bullet bounces off. And Suku looks. Bastard. And then looks at Muscular. Shit! And Muscular comes down like a hammer and says, looks like you're the one that needs to go. And Suku then grabs both of Muscular's arms and cracking the ground on his feet. And Suku looks at him. Huh? Muscular looks at Suku. He's not budging. What the hell? And then he remembers something. Serial killer that gone by Dominus Rex. You're? And Suki says, fuck off! And scratches his stomach with his foot and bites his neck. Go, you bastard! And Suki says, always protect your damn weaknesses, you damn idiot. And Suki grabs him and throws him off the cliff. And Suki says, oh, Mustard, where are ya? And Mustard says, he threw him. And using the poison in the to make a hurricane. And Suki says, he's using that stupid poison to affect my smell. Of course it's gonna be effective in the nose. But he closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and closes his nose, and listens. Echolocation. And Suki says, found you. And Suki jumps off the cliff, and sliding it down, and looking at the place where he took out Muscular. Looks like he's knocked out. That's good. And Suki chases after Mustard and says, you rely too much on your stupid poison, and you think that revolver could pierce my hide? I told you. And Mustard sees him out of the poison. I can feel him, but he's moving faster than I thought. And Suki says this, you underestimate your own ability on a person. And Suki slashes the gas of air and says, why don't you? And Suki grabs him in on the neck. Breathe your own toxins! Then the poison goes away. And Suki says, figures, you're not immune to your own. And gets out his nose, breathes, and slams him on the ground, knocking him out. Frickin' idiot. And he says that this user that used his metal blade teeth says for all for one. And using it, Suku dodged the blades of his teeth and says, fine, I already had enough. And grabs the blade, snapping it, cuts the teeth blade users with his own blade and cutting him in half. Good riddance to trash. And Tsukio goes back to League of Villains and says, let me guess. Shigaraki says, you took care of them. One of them died. One. The other two would be lucky. That's tamed. Tsukio was just getting annoyed and says this. Don't be so arrogant, Shigaraki. You're only the few are going to get all for one. And Shigaraki says, same to you, Indo. And Tsukio smiles and says, just don't be so predictable when I'm around. And Shigaraki says this, and you don't be reckless, you wild beast. And they go into Tomagari's portal, and all the League of Villains gone into the portal and are in the hideout. And we're putting Bakugo in special handcuffs and keeping him hostage and planning to see and join them. Tsukio didn't care if this kid was going to be on or out, but if he attacks him, he'll wish he'll die quick. But something was curious on him. He looks at Bakugo's face. He looks infatuated. And Shigaraki says, what are you staring at him for? You seem so delusioned on what you're doing. And Tsukio says, huh? Oh, nothing. It just reminds me of something. Something I used to know. But when he says that, Bakugo wakes up. And Shigaraki introduced themselves. And Bakugo was obviously not following the bait. And Shigaraki gets him unhandcuffed. And Bakugo shows by what the heroes are trying to do. And Bakugo explodes at Shigaraki and says, like hell I'm gonna be a villain! You dumbasses are really gonna ask for it. But when he says that, he sees Zuko and says, huh? Do I recognize you? And Zuko says, same. I don't know you. But if you're looking for a fight, I'll gladly bring it. Giving a sanity smile and looking at it with the fiercest eyes there is. But when he was about to get ready, they hear pizza delivery, and all the villains were surprised. And Tsukio was also weirded out. But when he was done out of confusion, he hears trap! And all the heroes captured them, including Zuko, and protect Bakugo. And All Might says, are you alright, Bakugo? And all the villain league were captured. But when they were going to take them to the place, but there was nose coming out of the floor. All of the League of Villains got out, and Zuko was keeping his distance out of All Might and taking a chance to take him out if anything comes to it. But when he sees All for One Master and All for One and All Might were in a battle, and Zuko looks at the League of Villains that were trying to capture Bakugo. And Zuko says, do we really need him as a hostage? Looking at the League of Villains. And Shigaraki says this, well, we need him for something to keep All Might at bay. And Zuko admits that, but he'd rather just get the hell out, because there's no way you could win that easily. Plus, heroes are everywhere. And Zuko says, give up, Shigaraki. It's no use. Shigaraki gets annoyed with Suku's obvious, pointless feud and says, you know, I could kill you at any point. And Suki says, was that a threat? Looking at each other, both faces staring no disregard. And Toga says, you two, cut it out! This isn't how we have to be fighting each other about this. And Suki says, oh, I think this is going just right! Pulling his hair back and says, looks like you triggered it, Shigaraki. Now, you're going to die! And Shigaraki says, and scratching his neck, I was going to say the same damn thing. And when they were going to do that, Tomogi appears and says, you two, I'm taking you somewhere safe. And what? No! I'm not going to be a bitch to this absolute shittard. He doesn't even deserve it. Shigaraki said this. You are so dumb. You can't even know what to do. You're absolutely careless of what is going on. Suki said, let's hope we have this fight. Shigaraki says this. Maybe I kill you as well. That's my line. And Tomogi teleports in every League of Villains. But Bakugo got out unscathed. And Suki kicks a can, a trash can, and says, I'm going to kill him! I'm going to kill him! I'm going to kill him! I'm about to kill him. But when he sees the TV, he sees all one taken down by all. And Suki says, well, looks like I'm gonna be both one's new user. Smiling with a grin and laughs out loud with a unspeakable insanity. And Suki says this. Well, I'm loving being crazy. It's just so fun. But finally, I'm gonna kill that asshole. And that's where I'm ending this video. I hope you liked this video and hope you subscribe. See you next time. Plus Ultra.